Why, hello there, Nice Tale here, and today, well, before that, I hope this video finds you well. Consider liking and subscribing. But today, I'm bringing you a summary of a knife I've done a full review on. The full review will be linked down in the description. The full review has the specs, and it's much longer. This is actually going to be a pretty short video. This is a pretty straightforward knife. But this is a Monterey Bay knife. This is the Monterey Bay Knives Sabertooth. This is a particularly limited, smaller, special run variant of this thing with the lasered snakeskin pattern on the handle. Though I will say the special edition version has some really nice, at least one of the versions available has some really nice texturing on the handle. That looks really good. Also in titanium. This is the larger of two knives. The Sabertooth is the big one. The Wolverine, haha, play on Marvel characters, is the smaller one. This knife is dramatic looking, kind of aggressive looking, but pretty overall utilitarian and functional. It's doing a lot of things really well. There's a couple little hiccups, but it's overall pretty darn great. What do we have for blade steel? We have, it's this way, S90V blade steel, tons of edge retention, or a lot of corrosion resistance, and acceptable toughness. It's really good premium blade steel that's probably arguably better than the M390 because M390 is harder to heat treat, or at least requires a slightly higher heat treat. Companies can do this better, oftentimes. The handle is titanium. It has a liner lock that it should be steel. I'm pretty sure it's just plain steel. Well, I mean, of course it's steel, what am I saying? So there is no lock bar insert. The detent ball is way down there. It is on bearings. It has pretty darn great action, honestly. Almost just straight drop shut. It needs a little bit of encouragement, but pretty darn great. Centered, no play. Top notch there. The blade itself is this sort of almost spear pointish. Kind of, I don't know, it flares out on either end. It's aggressive. It's got a poon. It's got a big forward choil. It's very comfortable, it's very usable, it's very useful. It's got great tip access and everything. It's reasonably thin behind the edge. Well, you can kind of see how thin it is behind the edge. It gets down there pretty nicely. It does not, I mean, it gets a little thick up faster than maybe you'd think because it's not the highest of grinds. A hollow grind would maybe benefit that, but it's not bad. It's darn usable. The sharpening drill and the finger choil is great, but the plunge grind is the only kind of negative on this thing. It basically comes, it's kind of hard to see, but it comes very near to the edge termination. That could definitely be improved. Fortunately, the stop pin is further back, and so it's not going to inhibit your ability to sharpen or extend that a little bit, though it will mess with the aesthetics, which is a little bit unfortunate. I think they should have definitely focused to pulling on that back, pulling the plunge grind back. Opening has the hole aperture here, which can be used for both the thumb and reverse flick. It's also got a pretty tall front flipper, even though it's not super tall like this direction over the pivot. It sticks out pretty well and makes itself pretty darn easy for the front flip. Though the jimping could probably, well, definitely be better. A type of jimping, it works pretty darn well. This is one where you just kind of push directly into it. You don't have to worry about it or anything like that. It's just sort of, once you build enough tension, it just pops. Ergos are actually quite neutral. A little flare there. It is flat scale, but surprisingly very comfortable in the hand, despite the flat scales. They put some very nice chamfers on this, and they sort of rounded the chamfers. They're almost convexed, which is kind of interesting and nice. Great simple pocket clip, a reasonably depth carry, but functional. It maybe could use a little bit of more up on the incline there, but it works pretty darn great. It's decent. It's not too tall, so it's not going to maybe handle the thickest of pants, but it's also not too short, so it should deal with most things pretty well. It is also reversible. Lock bar access is pretty good. Not it's not super cut back, but it's more than adequate with this chamfer on it to get it basically from the side, and fortunately, you don't really have to worry about this edge coming into your finger based on where the lock bar is. It catches yourself in the choil. Already said the action. Oh, logo. Logo is right there. MBK. That's all they put on there. Thankfully, they didn't decide to put it on the bevel. That would really kind of ruin the look of this knife. They also put it on the non-show side, which is, I mean, fine. It's a nice touch. It's still there, but also the MBK logo is not too bad. It's pretty nice. It's on the flats. No complaints from me. This knife is just kind of a really cool, larger style, all-around knife. It's, I didn't mention how big the blade is. I'm not going to go into full specs, of course, that's in the full review, but it is a slightly over 3 3/4 inches of blade, and about 8.5 overall, which is actually not terrible on the ratios. Yeah, this is, actually, the blade comes... You've got a lot of blade to handle ratio. They've done about as much as they could possibly do to get it all in there. Standoffs. It's really useful. It's kind of gotten a little bit of an aggressive look, but it's sort of dramatic. It stands out among just your titanium, well, liner locks. Though liner locks in general with these inset liner locks are nice touches, in my opinion. It's not too heavy for the size of it. It's doing a lot of things great, and honestly, the price point being... not a $300 knife. It's just over a bit $200. I think it's were these base ones 220, 250. I don't remember off the top of my head. I probably said it in the review, but you can always check on their website. I'll link the Monterey website down below. It's, in my opinion, definitely giving a good bang for your buck. Like, this is solid. This is comfortable. This is a good all-around knife. And honestly, because of that, but because of how straightforward it is, despite all of the aesthetic stuff that it's doing, I don't really have much else to say. Like, it's nice. It's just simple. It's a good knife. I like it. Monterey Bay oftentimes does some interesting stuff. They don't always take into account stop pin placement to be the best, but usually, even on, like, say, this one with the old guard, you can sort of get around it a little bit. This one doesn't suffer from that problem. They're usually clean, simple aesthetic knives, but they do oftentimes do something interesting, and of course the blade is the most interesting here. They also work with Ray Laconico as a designer relatively frequently, and he does some very good utilitarian designs. This is... I don't think this is a Ray Laconico design. It might be, honestly. It does kind of have that feel to it. I don't remember off the top of my head. But the Sabertooth is a good knife. It's a cool knife. And I've said everything I need to say about it, honestly. So I will end things here, say thank you very, very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one or another one. Have a great day.